In these troubling days of a modern world gone mad, one man has the technology to make a difference in time and space.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to sing Ramona. Down in the town where I was born, there lived a gal named Sally Green. She were the sippin'est gal you ever did see saw. Why, the sippin'est gal you ever seen. Slip inside her through a great big straw. She was the sippin'est gal you ever saw sing. She sipped first and I sipped last. She sipped the most 'cause she sipped so fast. Slip inside her through a great big straw. The sippin'est gal you ever saw. That gal could really, really, really sip. Now I miss my sip. I miss my pip. I miss my M. I double, double S. I double sip. I pie, sip. I pip. I miss my sip. I miss my sip. I pip, pip. I miss my M. I double, double S. I double sip. I double pip. I double miss my sip. I pie. I'm talking about Mississippi choo-choo train. You're gonna take me home again. I like to see that steam when you stand there puffing. Just exactly like the icing on Mamma's muffin. Blow your whistle, ring your bell. Pull down your throttle and run like booba-did-doo, booba-did-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo, ba-doo-da-da-dee-dum, boo-ba-da-da-da. I'm talking about Mississippi choo-choo train. You're gonna rest my tired old brain. Sure gonna be a long time before I'm worth enough to buy a ticket in an old upper berth. Then you gonna take me to heaven on earth. Mississippi choo-choo train. I'm talking about Mississippi choo-choo train. Oh, ba-da-do-do-da-ba-do-do-do. Ba-ba-did-bo-da-dee-da-do-do. Sa-da-bum-bum-bum. Bo-da-dee-da-da. Bo-da-da-da-dee-do-dee-da. No, no drinks today. Bo-ba-da-da-da-dee-da-bo-da-dee-da. Muddy water around my feet. Muddy water in the street. That's a dirty song. Boo. I'm talking about Mississippi. Now I'm going to sing a song entitled Bananas Do Not Make Very Good Shoes, but oh, what slippers. Now I'm going to get very serious and sing a serious song, a little song entitled The Indian Laugh Song from Minnehaha. Indian. Bo ba 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 boo doo da 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 do. Bo ba doo doo da da do. Yes, sir, it was way out there on the western plains. There lived a great big bunch of Indian chains. I'm talking about Minnie. I'm talking about Minnie. Why, there was a gal out there. There was a gal out there by the name of Laughing Water. Laughing Water. To ripple, dripple, drop, drop, drop. To trickle, trickle, trick, trick, trick. Niagara Falls, dee-da. Said, oh, great big Chief Hokum. Why, I said, great big Chief Hokum, smoke 'em, don't you dare to touch 'em. He said to Minnie one day, he said, looky here, Minnie. Honey, I've chased you for the longest time trying to find out if you're going to be mine. I done asked your pappy, your mammy, your sister, your brother. Now you listen to me a minute and listen to what I got to tell you, Minnie. Huh? Honey, if you'll only be my little bride, someday we're going to have a great big tribe of little bitty... A great big tribe of little bitty, oh, ba-da-dee-doo, da-dee-doo, ba-ba-doo, dee-dee-dee-dee-da, boom, ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum-dee-doo, la-dum, ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, boot-doo-din-da-dum. An imitation of a horse coming down the stretch. The same horse with a broken leg. The same horse with two broken legs. The same horse with three broken legs. 1, 2, 3, kick. The same horse with 4 broken legs. Why, you don't mean to tell me, boy, that you came all the way on 4 broken legs? Oh, what you... Oh, don't you do, don't you do, oh, do, in my blue heaven, oh, then you come back to the old dressing room, and there you are, all worn out, tired. You get a letter from your sweetheart. She has forsaken. And you put on that makeup and you go down on the stage. You have to act. You have to laugh. You have to laugh. Clown laugh. I'm talking about
Fireplaces glowing, icicles growing, hearts overflowing with cheer. It's that wonderful season we all find so pleasing, the Toys R Us time of year. The world's biggest toy stores, Toys R Us. The biggest selection, Toys R Us. It's the Toys R Us time of year. Toys R Us.
Class, You're my butter lovers, right?
Right.
Now, I know you folks love butter more than anything, except me. So, Julie's got something special for your pancakes. Log cabin buttered syrup. Why, it's got that good old-fashioned flavor with real butter, too. Rich, thick, and smooth, just the way you like. Take Julie's advice. Fix up your pancakes with Log Cabin's buttered syrup. Butter lovers truly love it.
Use Final Net for 5 good reasons. 1, Final Net is not an aerosol. It's concentrated with a hold that really lasts. 2, it holds without stickiness. 3, it goes where you want it. 4, Final Net has no aerosol propellants. 5, this much Final Net goes as far as this much aerosol. Use non-aerosol Final Net. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got real milk chocolate, coconut and munchy nuts too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Ooh. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Peter Paul, Almond Joy's got nuts, Peter Paul, Mounds don't.
Plus, now there's also a new Mounds with creamy rich milk chocolate.
Introducing the Kodak Instant Camera with a twist. Meet the Crank.
Can you feel a brand new day?
Imagine instant pictures with color. Color by Kodak. Just crank, 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 and in minutes you get bright, colorful, instant pictures with a textured satin luxe finish. See your photo dealer and shake hands with the Crank. The Kodak Instant Camera with a twist.
Listen, all you people, you better beware. Love's an epidemic and it's in the air. It's a thing that gets you even though you're very smart. So take some good advice, go out and vaccinate your heart. The love bug will bite you if you don't watch out. If he ever bites you, then you sing and shout. You'll go. That's what love is all about. The love bug will bite you if you don't watch out. If he ever bites you, then you sing and shout. You'll go. That's what love is all about. The love bug will bite you if you don't watch out. If he ever bites you, then you sing and shout. You'll go. Hey-de, 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 and the ho-de, ho-de, ho. That's what love is all about.
Why can't somebody tell me these things?
The king is in a rage, the king is in a rage, the king is in a rage. Music!
fun, boy. Do I? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'll say I do.
She loves me not. She loves me. It's the Black Knight. He stole the princess.
Listen, Mr. and Mrs. Knight and all the little laddies. Here's a special bulletin. Flash. The Black Knight has just kidnapped the princess. We hope His Majesty, the fathead...
Who's a fathead?
You are. We'll stop eating long enough to rescue our little princess. And now we take you to the Tower of the Black Knight. Take it away.
Yes, sir. Here we are, folks, at the scene of the impending battle. What a glorious day for a fight. If only that king of ours would get mad enough to leave his dining table. And while Louis is trying to make up his mind, what there is of it, we have a special treat for you. The next voice you will hear is that of the captive princess. Take it away, princess.
Help! Help! Save me, Daddy! Help!
Steal my daughter, eh? My armor, knave! My armor!
Kitty. Boy, oh, boy, oh. Looks like the end for Louis. And me, too.
Oh, if only we could penetrate that wall. But that would require the power of many horses, protected by a moving fortress capable of great speed. Oh, woe is me.
Hey, Louis!
Huh?
Give up, Blackie. Let him have it. Now, my boy, for your gallantry on the field of combat, I shall grant you one wish.
One wish, sire? Double on nothing, your majesty.
The love will bite you if you don't watch out. If he ever bites you, you will sing and shout. Bumble, 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 bum. That's what love is all about. Listen, all you people, you better beware, 'cause that's what love is all about.
You are in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street.
The Savage Bees, a terrifying mind-boggler of a movie, and it really could happen. Panic breaks loose as millions of deadly bees descend on an American city. First time on TV, The Savage Bees, Monday at 9, 8 Central and Mountain Time on NBC.
There are at least 3 big fires in eastern Massachusetts. A state trooper is killed in a fiery collision. Mattapan residents discuss crime and its prevention with the new police commissioner. Mr. Carter goes to Washington. I'm Maurice Lewis. Stand by for details next on TV4's Eyewitness News.
It's Jordan's Winter Festival of Values with store-wide savings. Save 1/3 on Mrs. Coordinated Separates from a famous California manufacturer. Value priced from $10.99 to $27.99. Save 18 to 25% on Mrs. Famous Maker Proportion Fit Pants, just $13.99. Choose a plaid and petite or average length, or this check style and petite, average, and tall. Don't miss the Winter Festival of Values, now at Jordan Marsh, of course.
Join us for an exciting evening at the Boston Ballet opening night of the Nutcracker Suite, conducted by Arthur Fiedler on December the 9th. It's sponsored by the Children's Hospital League, whose members support and advance the efforts of the Children's Hospital in Boston. The performance will start at 7:30 at the Music Hall. Won't you come and help support a good cause? Tickets at $12.50, $17.50, and $25. For more information, call 332-1177 and 332-8866.
You can't be #1 forever.
Well, the kid's moving big money homes. I'm strictly a meat and potatoes man.
Once, Eddie was top of the pile, and he'd do anything to get back up there. Cocaine, one man's poison. The award winner Nancy Reagan endorsed as a service to the future of our society.
Barbara, there is nothing that is wrong with me. I am fine.
The American critics raved. Forceful, powerful, frighteningly real. Dennis Weaver, Dynasty star Pamela Bellwood, in video's most accurate portrayal of what happens when you get to the end of the line.
Here's a minute.
Listen to me, you idiot. You know what I did up there? I locked myself up in a room, and I smoked freebase 30, 40 hours at a stretch. There was no sleep, no thinking, no nothing. I didn't want Jackie, I didn't want my kids, I didn't want my ex-wife, I didn't want anything. I wanted cocaine. Eddie, it gives so much, but it takes, and it takes, and it takes.
Don't miss the UK premiere of Cocaine, One Man's Poison.
probably know just about everybody at Pacific High. Lori is tactful.
Daryl Fitzgerald, boy.
Bobby is helpful.
I told him how much you liked him.
How could you do this to me?
Christine is shy. And Kevin is subtle.
What I want to know is where's the motel room?
Don't you wish it was almost summer? Rated PG.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown. Come on. Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Big Ben. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, it looks like we've got us a convoy.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We is heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck, and I'm about to put the hammer down. By the time we got into Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But there's a roadblock up on the Cloverleaf, and them bears was wall to wall. Yeah, them smokies as thick as bugs on the bumper. They even had a bear in the air. I says, calling all trucks, this here's the duck. We about to go a-hunting bear.
Come on and join our convoy. Ain't nothing but a getting our way. We gonna throw this truckin' convoy across the USA.
Give me a 10-9 on that, Big Ben. Big Ben, you're still too close. Yeah,
well, we rolled up Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails. We tore up all of our swindle sheets and left them sitting on scale. By the time we hit that shy town, them bears was getting smart. They'd brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. There's armored cars and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Yeah, them chicken coops was full of bears and choppers filled the skies. Well, we shot the line, we went for broke with 1,000 screaming trucks and 11 long-haired friends of Jesus in a chartreuse microbus. Well, we laid a strip for the Jersey Shore and prepared to cross the line. I could see the bridge was lined with bears, but it didn't have a doggone dime. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck. We just ain't gonna pay no toll. So we crashed the gate doing 98 and then let them truckers roll 10-4.
Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we're gonna back on out here, so keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your tails. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. This here's a rubber duck on the side. We gone, bye-bye.
You are invited for a weekend in the country.
Look at you.
A weekend of old friends and good times.
Yes.
Or so it seems. Your host is John Tanner, a man who is facing too many choices. What would you do if a total stranger proved to you that your 3 closest friends are enemy agents?
You propose to use John Tanner to effect this? If we can convince him that his friends are spies.
You, expecting house guests this weekend? Joe and Betty Cardone, Richard and Virginia Tremaine, Bernard Osterman? Are these people
represent a grave threat to the security of the United States of America.
What is it you want me to do?
Just behave normally. You don't have to do anything.
Would you cooperate with the authorities?
Where do you put in all these cameras?
Everywhere.
Somebody's onto us, huh?
I won't betray my friends.
They know about Omega.
You don't have any friends, Tanner.
And that's government, isn't it?
You're on intimate terms with 3 Russian agents.
John Tanner's a friend of ours, right? So let's go to our friend John Tanner's house and set him up.
I know that something's wrong. You tell me when I'm mixed up in.
It's getting tricky now, isn't it?
Would you help your friends and risk betraying your country?
Comfort yourself with the thought that you never did have a choice.
We're in prime killing time.
And when you finally knew the truth, would you know too much?
We're all gonna die.
Betty, get out!
Rutger Hauer, John Hurt, Craig T. Nelson, Dennis Hopper, Meg Foster, and Burt Lancaster. The one weekend of the year you won't want to miss. The Osterman Weekend.
Ever since folks could remember, Stroker Ace hated only one thing: second place. Now, he's the best there is.
Lean out a little bit further, will you? I'm going to make a turn.
And if you don't know why, just ask him.
It's part of the wonderfulness of me.
He's a sporting man.
You either crash or win. And I like that.
A ladies' man.
And of course, it's my job to travel with you to make sure everything is properly arranged.
Just gonna get into something comfortable.
A man's man.
Why don't you drive a Clyde Torkel Chicken Pit Special?
And the fastest chicken in the South.
You think it's easy driving with chicken feet? I've done some dumb things in my life, but this is the dumbest.
I want you.
You do?
Yes.
I think it's important that you be here for this. I'll just do that and just put that right off of there, and you'll be
Burt Reynolds is Stroker Ace. And it's going to take Ned Beatty, Jim Nabors, Parker Stevenson, Bubba Smith, and Lonnie Anderson to put him in his place.
How's this for spectacular?
Suppose it were possible to transfer from one mind to another the experience of another person.
Hey, there it is.
Any person, any experience.
I'm telling you, it works.
Test, sound, taste?
Everything,
Smell.
everything, 100%. In fact, better.
Did you have a breakthrough or not?
Yes.
I'd like a demonstration. Knock my socks off.
What about military applications? Wide open. Missile guidance, that kind of thing? They're going to be able to plug right into the old noodle.
I made that for you.
What is it?
It's me.
You've blown communication as we've known it right out of the water. You know that, don't you? So something happened to me. It was more than just a sexual fantasy. It was a feeling I had. I'm more than I was, Mike.
I'm scared. But the thing is, I like it. I want more.
No, I can't authorize this.
It's a chance to take a scientific look at the scariest thing a person ever has to face.
This is not the research we're interested in.
This is my project. I don't want to see it end up on some defense scrap heap before we know what it's really about.
I want these personal experiments stopped.
I told you I want to play it out.
Nobody plays that tape.
Arrested.
They're onto us.
My pal, 2XL. He asks the questions, I give the answers. Watch.
Thomas Jefferson introduced ice cream and macaroni to America.
False.
Wrong. He loved to cook.
See what I mean? And now the 2XL Trilix game lets you match your skill against his. Every time you move...
Put my checker into slot 4.
2XL, counter move. You're tough, but you didn't win yet.
You are very smart for a human.
You hang around with smart, you get smart.
New on Columbia Records and Tapes.
アルトは私の一番好きな洋服です。
回転ドライバーズシートのアルトに5ドア新登場。 Congratulations! ブライダルルネッサンス高砂殿。
巡る季節に何を見る、過ぐる季節に何を聞く。四季に酒あり、酒に四季なし。酒は神杉。
陽子、お願い事いっぱいの17歳。
初詣は伊勢神宮へ。ただいま記念割引乗車券発売中。
近鉄特急で幸せ一番乗り。
頑張りを支える健康な歯茎。さあガードハローです。歯槽膿漏を予防し引き締まった歯茎を保ちます。元気は歯茎から我が社では自分用のシュレッダ君がつくともうエグゼクティブ
パーソナル&ステータス
シュレッダ君。今日は東へ明日は西へ。知らない道は知らないが今日も安心。富士タクシーグループ。
ルーがついて新発売ポッカマームメイドスープ。
ルーで煮るから美味しいんです。
スープはルー付き。マームメイドスープ。
ポッカから新発売。アメリカの新しいナンバーワンカリフォルニアクーラー日本新発売。
Now this is a film all about me, the Robin
cock robin, robin redbreast. The Anglo-Saxons used to call me the ruddock. But whatever you call me, I'm the best known and most loved British bird. In fact, I'm the official national bird. Yeah. Now, just let me show you where I do live. I don't usually fly as high as this, but I thought you might like to get the general picture, you see, because you'll find robins in almost every garden in Britain. Funny, isn't it? Nice area, though. Now, this is more my usual altitude. And here we are. Are you ready for this? That's it. Number 132 Acacia Avenue. This is my home, complete with good food diploma. Now, I can show you around properly. Oh, and if I stop now and again to sing a bit, don't worry, it's just the way that I establish my territory. And if I pause and sort of listen, that's so I'll know where my rival's territory might be. That's why I said songposts are very important. Now look, that pear tree there, that's a beauty, isn't it? Yeah, you see, nice and high, and I can make sure that all the other robins can hear me. Now then, this is all mine. That's the back view of the house there. This is it, all this garden. And we don't stick to your boundaries, you know. No, because I go through this garden and over this lovely thick hedge there and into the neighbouring vegetable patch at 134. Super, isn't it? Look at all that. Great. Oh, and there's another lovely songpost. That's a sort of border post, that one. It's right on the boundary. There is one snag with all this, though. There he is. Got 4 legs and a meow. Did I say there was one snag? Yes, there is another. That's him. He's from next door. Excuse me a minute. I must just see him off. A few vigorous displays of the old redbreast. A few battle cries. That should sort him out. You know, these territorial skirmishes are very important. I mean, I've got to defend my little bit, because there's my food supply to think of, my nest site. I mean, I've got to protect all these in order to raise a family. You know, one of the problems with robins is that the male and the female are identical, and at first you can't be sure if it's a male who's going to beat you up or a female with designs on your body, because the lady does the choosing, you see. And I do believe, oh yes, in this case, oh, I'm in love. Oh dear. Well, I'd better give her a conducted tour. Show her the other occupants of 132's garden. Yes, she'd like that, I'm sure. Would you? Well then, where should we start? Oh, I know. There we are. Start from here. What do you think of it? That's a sparrow, in case you weren't sure. It's a high-level dining area. Yeah. Oh, she's lovely. Here. I'm engaged. Yeah, and I'm hungry. Oh, dear. What's that? Oh, that's a blue tit. That's one of the acrobats. Yes. Oh, there's another one. And that's the great tit. He's a bit bossy now and again, but he's very good at the upside-down peanut bashing. It's funny, isn't it? It made me laugh. Oh dear, look out, here they are. No wonder they call them vulgaris. Have a little snack while I'm waiting. Quite nice, that. Look at this, look at him. Call that singing? Great scruffy thing, you don't know that. You know, all these other birds do compete a bit for food, but they're not much trouble when it comes to nest sites. Yes, and the missus will choose where our nest is going to be. Although they can build in some funny places. I mean, we found nests in old kettles and old cars. Oh, wait a minute. There he is. That's Harry. Now, Harry, he left this old watering can in the hedge, you see. I suppose he thought we might nest in it. Well, in any case, you can usually find a nice grub inside it. Oh, gotcha. Nice. There you are, dear. Got to keep your strength up. Now, once she's decided where the nest is going to be, she'll start collecting materials. Now, these vary enormously, but generally the nest is made from dead leaves, grass and moss, and is lined with hair and fine roots and sometimes even feathers. Yeah, I thought she'd decide to build in the hedge. What a sensible bird I've found. What a lovely space, honestly. Could you ask for more? Oh, that does look cosy. That's going to be lovely, dear. Smashing. Now, all this feeding of the female from the start of nest building helps enormously in what is called pair bonding. And I give her all sorts of things. Insects, larvae, fruit, seeds, worms, especially worms. She does love a nice worm. Oh, yeah, what are they? Oh, I know, yes, hello. Yes, you see, they got the hens there, you see. That'd be very useful. Might find a few feathers over there and a few snacks as well. Yes. And we find a lot of our food on the ground. Find lovely things on lawns. You get ants, leather jackets, all sorts of delicious goodies. Now what's she doing? What have you got? What's that? No, chuck it out, dear. It looks a bit unyielding. That's the idea. Now, while the missus is getting on with all this nest building and egg laying, I get on with defending my territory. In fact, I spend about 60% of my life doing just that. Yeah. Hello? The wife's been busy? Of course, I did my bit as well. We usually have 5 or 6 eggs, and the missus does all the incubating. I mean, she'll leave the nest about 3 times an hour, you know, wander about, have a feed herself, but usually I feed her most of the time until the eggs hatch. And that takes about 14 days, and then we both take over feeding duties. Here we are, dear. There you are. Yep. Yes, all right, yes. Now just, don't snatch, dear. Good heavens. Hello. Look who's here. Yes, here comes trouble. Better sound the alarm. The old tick-tick, the tail twitch. Tell everybody what's occurring. I don't know what's happening now. Oh, look at that. Look at that. She's eating the eggshells. I mean, how's that for recycling? Eating the eggshells? I'm a daddy. Oh, I'm a daddy. I'm a daddy. Oh, well done, dear. That's all I can say. Honest, marvellous. Well done. And here we are, a few days later, and they're already beginning to get their feathers. Look at them. They're beautiful. Yes, now we're both going to be hard at it bringing food to the nest. And at the same time, I shall still feed the missus so that our pair bond stays strong. And I shall do that, look, there we are. I shall do that until the chicks are a week old. Hey, do you know, somebody worked it out once. No, it wasn't us, because, I mean, we were far too busy. But they worked it out that the parents visit the nest once every 2.5 minutes. Yeah. And they reckon that an average family of 5 chicks got through about 700 caterpillars in a day. Of course, they weren't all enormous grubs. I mean, some are smaller than others. I mean, they weren't all as big as this one, for instance. I mean, if you could feed them with that, they wouldn't eat 140. They'd probably just eat 14. Now, come on, just, would you? Thank you. Get hold of it. That's it. Down it goes. Lovely. Now, the obvious end product of all this food is a fecal sac, which we remove from the nest site so that we don't give away its position. Come on, then. There we are. Hello. Hello. Neighbour's cat, you know, he never gives up. Where's he now? Where's he got to? There he is. Yeah. Hello, he's heard something. Dear me, they're making a lot of noise. I think I'd better go in the back door. Yeah. Now, eat that and keep the noise down, and I'll go and distract that moggy. That fooled him. Oh, I don't know. Look at it. 2 weeks of this. Yes, I don't think we'll bother with the second brood. Still, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. Keep it up. Keep pumping in the food, taking away the sacks. Non-stop, non-stop. Well, it's about 2 weeks before the chicks are ready to leave the nest. And then once they've gone, we do usually have another family. And our nesting season could be from late March up to June. And then, of course, once the chicks have left the nest and they're creeping about, learning to feed themselves, they're in great danger from next door's cat. That's one of the reasons they're all sort of spotted, up to camouflage when they're creeping about under the hedges. I look after them usually when they're doing that, while the missus is getting on with our second brood. And having mentioned the cat, you see, I mean, we've got owls to contend with, stoats, rats, I mean, they're all a threat. But it's reckoned that the garden cat takes 40 times more robins than any other predator. Imagine that, 40 times more. So you see, we've got to keep an eye on them. Keep distracting that moggy. Aren't they lovely? Little things. Now you see, just don't go mad. Walking about and fluttering, I'm coming. What have you got? Oh, doing well. Picking them up himself now. You can't eat leaves. No, you can't eat leaves. You're a robin. You eat worms. Ah, silly. There you are. Have a worm instead. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Where's the 5th one? Now then, what'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Lie low. Lie low. Oi, come in. Get in the holly. The holly, I said. What a twit. Have that and get in the holly. Look out! Oh, dear. You gave me a fright. That was a very close thing, that was. And don't forget, robins don't live very long anyway. I mean, you are pushing your luck with that moggy. You won't see the end of your first month, never mind your first year. And then maybe about a month after the last of the chicks have flown, I start my molt. And that's about the only time in the year that you won't hear me singing. Because I've got to keep a very low profile, because I'm not quite so nippy, you see. Of course, if I was a continental robin, I should probably migrate south like those swallows are thinking of doing. Yeah, they'll be off soon. But most British robins stay put. The females might move away from the breeding area, either, you know, just locally or in some cases quite a long distance, but I've got to stay, I've got to defend my territory, because there'll be a lot of this year's young robins who'll be looking for a place of their own. And I've got to drive my lot away as well. Yes, I'll stay here. I don't even mind the winter, because I've got my people trained, you know. I've even got them trained to plant shrubs that have got lots of berries. Hello, you must have cold feet, Sparrow. Not to mention the mealworms. Roasted with breadcrumbs, indeed. Yeah, talking of food, there's a very good recipe for a sort of pudding that all us birds adore. I mean, the sparrows, the tits, thrushes, robins, everybody. Now, what you do is to put all your bits of fat and bacon rind, etc., in a dish. And any old bits of spaghetti, if you've had spaghetti bolognese, bits of rice. So, no, just a minute. Hang on, I haven't finished the recipe yet. I haven't mentioned the currants and the raisins and, you know, chopped nuts and all that. Don't keep doing that, because they can't concentrate on... Listen, you've got to have bacon rind.